These are the faces of the mentally ill. They are all around us, and this disease affects all races, genders, and ages. This is the Dallas County Jail, the 6th largest prison in the United States. When the mentally ill get involved in the criminal justice system, the results are usually never good. People who are already unstable deteriorate in this environment and reoffend at an alarming rate. Judge Wade's misdemeanor jail diversion court was created to stop this cycle and address the issues of mental illness and drug addiction by intensive intervention.
It had just come to a point where Dallas County decided they needed to get involved and think of a way to aid these people and deal with the issue of jail overcrowding.
But I noticed more and more they had more and more people that were in the system that had this kind of mental health diagnosis, and that we needed to come up with some other solution other than putting them in jail or sending them to the penitentiary. That's not going to help, because they would go to jail, get out, come back. It was sort of like a revolving door. And so the powers that be thought that maybe we need to come up with a better way of dealing with these people in the system. And that's why the diversion courts were created. Judge Christian Wade in the misdemeanor courts and Judge Susan Hawk in the district felony courts decided that they would volunteer their time to hear those kinds of cases.
I was involved in getting this program started, and it's just my huge passion to get people that are mentally ill and get them into services, get them out of jail and into the community so they're not just sitting around in jail and getting worse.
The Misdemeanor Mental Health Jail Diversion Program is a 6-month program that provides judicial monitoring, intensive case management, drug treatment, and case dismissal upon completion.
If they were willing to participate, they would go to court at least a minimum of twice a month. They would report to the mental health provider, get on their medication, stay basically stable on their meds. If they needed substance abuse treatment, they would either have to go to outpatient treatment or inpatient treatment. And then if they successfully completed the program at the end of 6 months, they would graduate, get a certificate, and the great thing about the program is their criminal case would be dismissed.
Well, here is your dismissal, so all the better for job opportunities. Target, here you come, right? Okay, and here is your graduation certificate. Yeah, we can take pictures.
Thank you. Not, because when I first came out, I wasn't cooperating with that. It took me one time. I don't think there's a way to give it to you.
Coming to Judge Wade's court was a blessing in disguise, because I didn't know if I'd ever get this recovery down.
I would just like to say it's not it's not as hard being in there as being out. So just everybody works it, do work it, and I would like to thank the courts for their help, and my God, who is my high power. He had to play a part in it too, and I just wonder if I can come back and visit sometime.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm going to do.
Definitely. Any of y'all are welcome to come back. We're over here Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1:30, so come back anytime.
This program is grant funded, and the clients receive special services and attention to help them get their lives back on track. In order to be eligible for the program, a client must have one of 3 major mental illnesses: schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, or manic depression.
You have to have been seen by a doctor and been diagnosed with those mental illnesses before you can come in the program. And then I'm going to look at the list and run their criminal histories to see if they have anything violent.
Even if their current charge was classified as a violent offense, then they were not eligible in the program. But we found that in many instances, a lot of these individuals, they would get into arguments and fights, and it would escalate, and they would end up getting charged with a violent kind of offense. So now we've gotten to the point where we don't automatically exclude those people. We look at them on a case-by-case basis.
And they have to be misdemeanors.
I went to jail for a criminal trespass.
A lot of them have thefts and criminal trespass, I would say, are the 2 most common. And then with the women, a lot of those, prostitution.
And then occasionally we do have felony offenses. They'll reduce those. If the people are otherwise eligible for our program, sometimes those cases are reduced to misdemeanors.